Hello my loves. So this is a short video. It's bedtime yoga. You can do it anytime during the evening or right before going to bed. It's going to be short and sweet. So you can put your PJs on, you can put something that is comfortable, and let's do it. So I've got my favorite socks on. You can put yours too. And if you like, and if you have a block, then put it underneath your hips. Because we're going to start in a seated position. Be careful not to fall, like I just nearly did. And you're going to sit up tall, resting your hands on your thighs, closing the eyes, and allowing yourself to be still. Noticing your breath, allowing it to be soft, allowing it to be smooth. And as the time goes by, make it softer and smoother. Reaching up through the crown of the head and keeping the belly soft. Okay. Let's take 3 slower breaths in through the nose and slower breaths out through the nose. 2 more on your own. And you can keep your eyes closed and do a few neck rolls. So you can drop the chin towards the chest and then circle in one direction. So moving the ear towards the shoulder, you choose which side. You can come back to center and then move the ear towards the opposite shoulder. And do that a few times, or if you feel comfortable and it feels good for you, you're going for full circles. Keeping the breath going, keeping the jaw relaxed. So the movements, like I said, are going to be slow, and you make them as slow as you want, as slow as you need. You can pause at any point and take a few breaths into the area that you think requires your special attention. And then let's change circles. So no matter what day it has been for you, remind yourself that it's finished. It's bedtime. Tomorrow is another day. Yoga has an amazing thing about it, is that it teaches us to let go, to not be attached to things. So every time we come to practice here, we can remind ourselves and keep cultivating this. Okay, let us now remove the block if you're sitting on one and come into a tabletop position. So onto your hands and knees. And in this particular video, I'm not going to give you too many anatomical instructions. I'm going to invite you to try things out, to notice what feels good for you. And if you're not sure, that maybe change the position of your hands, maybe make them a little bit wider, or maybe even stop until you carry on trying something different. Okay, so on your hands and knees, we're going to allow the belly to drop and chest to move forward as we look in front of us. And then you're going to press yourself gently away from the mat, drop the head, and maybe move the chin from one side to the other. And then we're going to reverse this movement once more. So cat and cow in the easiest way you have ever done, perhaps. So look to do it at a slow pace and look to move with ease. Same here, you can pause, take a few breaths, maybe here. Release the jaw. And then carry on moving, maybe you pause here. And maybe you'll stay, or maybe you go for one more round of cat and cow. So we're intentionally slowing things down, getting ourselves ready for a good night's sleep. Now, still staying in tabletop. If it's uncomfortable for your wrists, you can make fists and stay here. You're going to start drawing circles with your hips. And make them slow to begin with, perhaps. And maybe, just maybe, they become a little bit bigger. Or maybe you stay as you are. Maybe you're doing it with eyes closed. Keep the breath flowing. Nice. I love doing this stuff with eyes closed. You know, I can really feel things happening on the inside. And that's another beautiful gift that yoga gives us. We can really learn through slow movement, change circles, to listen to our bodies. Because the bodies, they talk to us. Whether we hear, whether we can hear is a different topic. But the body talks. So use this time to learn, as well as to ease off, as well as to enjoy as well. Right, one more circle, and then we're going to come back to the tabletop once more. And I'm going to invite you to step the right leg forward. And maybe it's a wonky step. Maybe you use your hands, or hand rather, to step the leg forward. Do you. Remember, it's all about you. It's all about finding what works for you. And now let's drop the hips down. And if your knee needs padding, then you can fold your mat, or you can have a blanket or something for cushioning of the knee. Like this. Yeah. Some people have sensitive knees. Some people just prefer it this way. Right, so let's allow the hips to drop. And maybe the right hand moves to the inside of the right foot, and maybe the right foot steps a bit to the right. Stay here. My flexible, super flexible friends, you can come onto your forearms, but it's absolutely not necessary. Just try and become soft. Try and remind yourself to breathe. And again, this is a perfect opportunity to listen to your body. Where do you feel this shape? And while some of us will be feeling it in the same spots, there will be others for whom the spots will be different. So see what those spots are for you. And send your breath there. Every inhale, you're looking for a little bit more space, perhaps. Every exhale, you release a little bit more, perhaps. Jaw remains relaxed. And it's quite common for the mind to wander off. What do we do then? We become aware, and then we bring it back. And we do it as many times as we need. We don't feel like we've failed. We don't feel that something is wrong. It's natural. The mind does like to wander. Okay, take one more breath here full body breath in through your nose, out through your nose. And we're gonna switch sides. So do it in your own way. Maybe you walk in the hands back, the leg steps back into tabletop. And I'm going to turn this way. So now the left leg takes a step forward. Maybe it's 2 steps, maybe it's 5. Okay? And if you need to pat the knee, remember, you know what to do. Step the left foot out a little bit, bring the palms towards the earth on the inside of the left foot. Allow the hips to sink. And let's stay here, learning to feel, allowing to let go, not making this about the depth of the pose, but rather, how does it feel? Is this the place where you can stay for a while? Is this a place where your mind gets more agitated because it's a bit too much, the breath becomes a little bit compromised? Or maybe it's not. So find out for yourself. See, while yoga gives us many physical benefits, it's also a wonderful, beautiful, amazingly wonderful opportunity to learn about ourselves. So for those who are interested, it's there. Soften the jaw. Some of you are on your forearms. Again, do not feel like this is better in any way. Remember, we're looking to find something that feels rather good. Let's take one more nice and slow breath in through the nose, full body breath. And then exhale through the nose. Amazing. And then we're going to come out of here, maybe walking the hands back, maybe bending the knee a little bit and stepping back into the tabletop. All right. And now let's go and stay for a few breaths in the child's pose. Let's do it with knees wide. If it doesn't work, then try something different. And you can always ask questions after every video. If something didn't work, if something you're not sure about, please ask questions. I will be more than happy to attend. Okay, so let's have the knees wide. Coming onto the forearms. Some of you may choose to stay here. Great place to be. Some of you will maybe use the block if you have one, and if the head doesn't touch the mat, then you can lower it onto the block and extend the arms in front of you. Some of you will not need it, and then the forehead will be on the mat. I invite you to bend your elbows, which will likely be facilitating shoulders to relax. And since this class is about relaxing, is about letting go, is about not using too many muscles, especially in child's pose, can we relax? For some people, the heels will be touching the hips, for some they won't. Some people like to put something in between, like a cushion or a blanket. So that's a little hack for you. Let's take 3 more breaths here. In through the nose, out through the nose, and 2 more. And one last one. All right, my friends. We're going to come out of this shape and we're going to lie onto our back. And we'll do a supine twist. So slowly lower down onto your back. Have the knees bent, feet on the mat, and your arms, there can be different variations with the arms. You can have them all the way up here. However, this may not be comfortable for some bodies, so you can have them out to the side or even on your belly. And we're going to let the knees move towards the right side. And we're going to keep the head turning this way as well. I know there is an instruction to turn the head to the opposite direction of the knees. We're going to try something different, unless you insist. And then I cannot stop you there. So for some, knees will be all the way on the floor. For some, they won't be. But the principle remains. Is it a comfortable place for your body to be? If it isn't, you can modify, extend the legs forward a little bit. Maybe this works. Maybe bring them a little bit closer. Maybe this works. Keep your throat relaxed. One more nice and slow breath in through the nose. And out through the nose. Okay, my friends, let's bring the knees back up. Pause for a second. So we are still slowing things down. We're not rushing. We know after this we are likely to be going to bed. So it's there. It's waiting for us. When we're ready, let's move the knees towards the left. And stay for a few rounds of breathing, keeping that connection to your beautiful breath, the sound of your breathing, the fullness of your inhales. Okay. Nice. Yoga has done so many wonders for so many people. It can do the same for you. The important thing is to keep coming back. Keep coming back, being patient. Take one more breath in through your nose. And out through your nose. And then slowly yet again, bring the knees back up. And maybe one knee moves towards the chest and the other one does too. And if here you feel some sort of strain and your tailbone starts lifting a lot, can you maybe hold not the front of the legs, this is where we're going, but the backs of the legs so that the shoulders can relax, the head remains on the floor. And then do a few rocks from side to side. How lazy can you go? How lazy can you be right now? How slow can you be right now? Okay. And then come back to center. Release your hands, bring one foot to the mat, then the other one. And then extend the legs forward. If you've got blankets or cushions or bolsters or anything you use, then feel free to grab them. And this is going to be our Shavasana final relaxation pose. If you fall asleep, try not to snore. I'm joking. Snore all you want. And take as much time as you need in your Shavasana. Allowing the body to breathe itself. Enjoying the peace and stillness that you hopefully have created for yourself. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may love always be with you. Namaste.